This is Jared, about to begin this episode and noticing there's an update coming in one day. I can't wait to find out what it is. But that'll be another episode. Let's get to this one. Just before we go over to the first world I've landed in and construct a metal refinery, I'm just giving my duplicants in this new asteroid some tasks. So this door here, be careful with it, actually is bringing air between it, hence why we get a vacuum area. If I dig into this, I'm going to be losing air out my base. That's why I'm putting this door here. Now, you may notice that it's partially see-through in this particular tile. A game considers this to be completely blocked off, so you don't need to worry about it. If air was exposed over here, it's just going to go to the void. I'm having some deodorizers brought into this world because there's a lot of polluted oxygen. Connecting them with power. And this world doesn't have any filtration, or very little I should say, so I'm digging out the little bit of sand I have. I almost have a solar array complete. I can now begin to place my first metal refinery. So I'm doing that because every time I use this machine to create copper, it's going to convert 100 kilograms of copper to 50 kilograms of copper and sand, and 50 kilograms of sand. I'm losing half my metal that way. With the metal refinery, I'll stop doing that. It's going to generate a lot of heat, but I'm going to deal with that at some point. So I'm going to choose to put it here. The reason for that is I want the access to the cold zone. As I mentioned, this is going to produce a lot of heat. At this point, I'm realizing I have 0 copper ore, and I'm worried that I have a broken machine somewhere that's zapping it out. So I'm digging up a single piece and I'm going to see if someone's going to take it and take me to the broken location. Scientists is just taking the bait. I'm going to follow them. They've taken the copper. I'm going to follow them. Where are you going? Oh God. Okay, let me click follow cam again. Oh, you're going to the top of the base. You're just doing some construction, right? That's what you're doing, right? Tell me you're doing that. Yeah, okay. Fine. Crisis averted. So with that crisis out of the way, let's dig out some copper ore. Now that I got some copper ore, I want to choose a place for my metal refinery. And I'm going to choose a place that's close to some cold water. So this is brine. It is going to freeze at minus 22. Base temperature is minus 24 in places. I'm probably okay. This might not be a concern, but just to be safe, I'm going to pump the cold water down into it this way. Therefore, water that's resting, in this case brine that's resting in the pipe, won't freeze and break the pipe. Cold water going out, I don't really care, because even if it goes through a cold zone, it's constantly moving. It's not going to have the opportunity to slow down and break. So I'm just giving my dupe some time to create this. I'm going to put a pump at the bottom of that brine, building a little wall to be able to do that. I'm going to bring power over, and I don't want to bring heavy watt power over. There's just no need. So I'm going to, in a second here, once I get this pipe together, I'm going to drop it off here at the back in the brine so it stays in a loop. So I'm connecting the power here, putting the transformer in, and I'm realizing I don't have enough metal to be able to create a smart battery to be able to turn that thing off. So the very first thing I'm going to do when this thing becomes operational is build enough metal to make a smart battery. Because I don't want a transformer to continually run, it's just producing unneeded heat. Bringing back one of my dupes from this world because they don't need to do a lot of tasks here at the moment. I believe I brought Runner over and just leaving Miner with some digging. And back at this base here where we're doing the construction, I believe we're nearly complete everything we need once this little pump starts bringing some cold brine in. Alright, so right now I've got my pump turned on. It's filled up liquid inside this machine, so I can start producing some copper. I only need one dupe to run this machine, so while that's going on, I'm just going to give the rest of the dupes some tasks. Alright, let's have a look at this. We've got water, or brine rather, liquid going in at minus 4, coming out at 20 degrees. That thing really heats things up. Good news is I have an excellent way to deal with this, which we're going to do in an episode coming up very shortly. So I'm only going to operate this machinery in this fashion for a short period of time. I'm going to refactor it soon to take care and essentially not produce any of the heat into the environment. So let's see here. Do we have the ability to create our smart battery? We do. That's part of the reason is this machine only needs to run half the amount. So as I'm explaining, this machine runs half the amount of cycles as the rock crusher, as well as using half the amount of copper ore, of course, more power and heat. I'm noticing a mystery. Rocket is up here with a mask. How did that even happen? One of my duplicates must have put on a mask, went down, did whatever they were doing, and came back up this way. So I'm just going to nick that ladder there so no one's able to jump up, forcing them to come up this way. I did put an extra tile there that was just not necessary, so I'll take that out. Well, yeah, you're choking because your mask is empty, bud. Put it... Let me put some copper automation here to turn this light off when it's not needed after it's created. There we are. This thing's just waiting for water. There we are. Engineer is one of our best operators on the base. They're going to produce more copper. And with that, I'm going to say we've got a successful start to a metal refinery. Again, we're going to refactor this very soon to account for the heat. But for the meantime, to produce some of the material that we need going forward, we're in a good position. And I hope to see you in another episode, which will be on the Atmos soon.